And this is the fourth and final part of the Antarctic Treaty Secretariat's training course on the basics of the ATCM and CEP meeting. And in this fourth part, we'll get into the outputs of the meeting. The single main output of the ATCM is its final report. This report comprises the instruments the meeting agreed upon, specifically the measures, decisions, and resolutions, a summarized record of all the debates held during the meetings, or the final reports of the ATCM and CEP, and other additional pieces of information like the opening and closing remarks, reports from depositaries, observers, and experts, a list of participants, and other materials. And what's the difference between the three key instruments of the meeting, the measures, decisions, and resolutions? The measures contain provisions intended to be legally binding once they've been formally approved by the ATCM parties. Decisions are texts adopted by the ATCM that refer to an internal organizational matter of the meeting, and resolutions are hortatory texts adopted at an ATCM on a certain issue, and they provide a guiding statement on a specific issue without being legally mandatory. And for anyone who would like to dive deeper, remember our website gives you access to every final report and every measure, decision, and resolution ever adopted, along with all the supporting documents submitted to the ATCMs and CEP meetings. And to access these databases, you'll go to our website, ats.aq, hover over Data, and here you'll see links to all the final reports of the meeting, as well as the Antarctic Treaty Database containing all the measures, decisions, and resolutions, and the meeting documents archive containing the meeting papers. Finally, in this flowchart, we can see the path of the ATCM outputs. And this is just a quick, easy to follow overview of what happens to the measures, decisions, and resolutions that come out of the ATCM. First of all, when a measure, decision, or resolution is adopted at an ATCM, it immediately becomes current. From there, the path splits. If it's a decision or a resolution, it's pretty straightforward. It goes straight to being effective. If it's a measure, things get a little more interesting and depend on whether it's a fast track or not. According to Article 6.1 of Annex 5 of the Environment Protocol, new or revised management plans of Antarctic Specially Protected Areas, or ASPAs, are to be approved by means of a measure. Unless the measure specifies otherwise, the plan shall be deemed to have been approved 90 days after the close of the ATCM at which it was adopted, unless a consultative party notifies the depositary within that time period that it wishes an extension of that period or is unable to approve the measure. In other words, once a fast-track measure is adopted, it enters a 90-day waiting period. After those 90 days are up, unless a consultative party requests an extension or notifies it's unable to approve it, the measure officially becomes effective. If it's not a fast-track measure, it remains not yet effective, and it only becomes fully effective once all consultative parties have approved it. So in short, decisions and resolutions are immediately effective. Measures have a delayed route. Fast-track measures take 90 days, and non-fast-track measures wait for full approval from all parties. And with that, we've concluded this training session on the basics of the ATCM and CEP meeting. Thank you so much for your attention. And the Secretariat stands ready to answer any questions or provide any assistance you might need.